Well, so that actually occurred this morning. That was a discussion of what happened last night, as they do a lot of work. So really waiting for that third-degree decision and whether or not that murder can be reinstated and whether the judge has jurisdiction is not that great. Let me bring my other guest in. We'll give Joe Scott Morgan a rest for the moment. Neama Rahmani, how are you, Neama? I'm so excited that you're on again, as you and I did the Prokopovich case, as I have now. I am able to say it 100% all the time. How
Linda,
are you,
great
Neama?
to see you again.
Okay, so Neama, we're discussing the jury questionnaire here. And let me read to you some notes that our executive producer here has kept on some of the jurors. All right, juror number one, we have juror number two became juror number one. He is seated. He's actually have one juror in this case out of the 16. And let me just tell you, he is a white male in his 20s or 30s. He's a chemist. He specializes in environmental chemistry, if I recall watching it this morning. He's visited the George Floyd site. He's active in a synagogue. He's engaged to a physical therapist. And he expressed concern about how the police handle excessive force cases, but he believes in his civic duty as a juror. So tell me, why did the defense not strike him with a preemptory, and why did the prosecution allow him to be on?
Well, in this case, it's opposite world, right? The prosecution wants those younger jurors that are going to be more sensitive to issues like police brutality and racial discrimination. So sounds like a good juror for the prosecution. The defense does have their 15 peremptories. Maybe they wanted to keep those in their back pocket, or maybe there's something that they saw in their research or social media stalking that led them to believe that this may be a good juror for them.
And then, Neama, the other jurors who were dismissed, the first one was a woman of Hispanic descent, it is said, that she was concerned about whether or not she could express herself in the jury room. She was stricken because she believed that George, the officer, it was not fair that he wouldn't remove his knee from George Floyd's neck. And then another juror, a female, was dismissed because of she believed Derek Chauvin, Mr. Derek Chauvin, was guilty. And another potential juror, he was also dismissed because he believed that the restraint was an illegal jiu-jitsu move, and he's trained in this martial arts, and he was a male. So those are pretty easy removals, aren't they?
Sure, yeah. Those jurors that come in with those preconceived notions, the ones that say that they can't abide by the presumption of innocence and they've already made up their mind, or at least tilting one way or another during jury selection, those are easy strikes for cause.